Corey Holcomb may be hitting rock bottom sooner than later.
I'm at war with major devils that are after my good reputation. I didn't even want to bring you in this mess online because it's a war against me.
How long will Corey's lies continue? How long will he continue this damage control? Because it seems like everybody's zeroed in on Corey Holcomb. People are jumping in his chats, on his live streams now, on his podcast, saying all types of things that he's trying his best to ignore it, but it's clearly getting to him. What is next for the 5150 show? Listen, gang, I need you to hit the like button and hit the hype button, because we about to get deep.
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm a
Oh, champ. Run up these likes. Make sure you hit the hype button because it helps the channel in a major way. Listen, Corey Holcomb is crashing out. It seems like we may get what we looking for after all. He's going crazy. Is he about to have a mental breakdown because he's apparently losing it? The lead attorney actually exposed Corey Holcomb for lying, and he doesn't even know how to lie in response, because his response, he's not going to tell the truth. He's not going to admit that he was wrong. He's not going to admit he's a liar. So things get even worse for Corey Holcomb. Listen, salute to Poetik Flakko, because I stand with Poetik Flakko when he's taking down Corey Holcomb, that is, because I usually won't do it. But we gonna jump into this content, gang.
This podcast used to be a podcast where grown men come and gossip about other men's sexuality. Now, I didn't know it was possible, but this podcast has devolved. It has devolved into a podcast where Corey Holcomb comes and he talks about these aluminum helmets, conspiracies, and how he's at war and everybody is out to get him.
I'm at war with major devils that are after my good reputation. I didn't even want to bring you in this mess online because it's a war against me.
At first it was funny, now I'm concerned. Corey Holcomb is too old to be this delusional. There's not a grand industry conspiracy against Corey Holcomb. He got caught putting his hands on a woman on camera. The video came out and he got backlash for it. There's not a grand conspiracy. People don't like men who put hands on women. It's really that simple. You don't.
That's how most people get canceled. That's how NFL players get put off teams. You know, we've seen it time and time again. Lead attorney didn't expose this guy. Corey Holcomb is getting exposed. He's exposing himself because the lead attorney basically showed that he was a liar. He provided receipts. He said he was going to interview Corey Holcomb's lawyer. He got the receipts on that. Corey Holcomb's lawyer is now lying. And Corey Holcomb is losing his mind because apparently he's not as good of a liar as he portrays to be, because he's going to keep relying on this whole, hey, I'm a black man, they trying to take me down. He's going to rely on that narrative, the I'm black narrative. He's going to keep playing the black card, the successful black man card, and it's just not going to work. And it's not working. That's why he's on the verge of having a mental breakdown. It's just what it is, gang. I'm just going to be real about the situation. He don't know what to do right now. And in his next show, he might really lose it. Is Corey going to have to check in to some psych ward soon? I don't know, gang. Y'all let me know in the comments, but let's keep this thing going.
You gotta pay people not to like a man who put his hands on a woman. But Corey Holcomb comes on his podcast and he has a segment every week now about how the internet and the industry and TMZ is against him and they trying to get him assassinated. At first it was funny. Now it's just damn right sad. Even his own audience is calling him out during the podcast for capping and lying and being delusional.
Somebody saying, Cap, you ain't never been on this side of the spectrum. You don't get it, bro.
But that's for them who at home.
Yeah.
There are some people who have planted themselves in here.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And we're going to capitalize off them planting themselves in here.
Right.
Because man, look, if you here to talk about somebody, why the f*** are you watching them?
Because people love a train wreck. The numbers go up because people are watching you crash in real time and they're loving it. This entire podcast from start to finish was a disaster. And their comment section proves it. The comment section proves that people coming to Corey Holcomb for game, those days are over with. They're coming to Corey Holcomb to look at the train wreck. One person says, being an idiot is one thing. Being an idiot with an idiot lawyer is crazy. A wise man once said the best way to get out of a hole is to stop digging. Corey, stop it. Corey and his attorney both look like they're related to Dr. Umar.
Oh, yeah. So now remember, initially, especially after the whole PDF situations went viral, you know, the PDF clips or the segments from the 5150 show went viral, you would have thought that there would have been an insane crash out from fans, the algorithm, and etc. Right? He actually received a lot of memberships for that. People actually giving him an outpour of support. But the following week, which is this week, now things seem to be going insanely left for Corey Holcomb. People are on his bumper. I guess more people are starting to take heed, and I guess more people were able to see the nonsense that Corey was actually doing that was going widespread on the internet. And now they reacting. Now they're going crazy. And of course, lead attorney added fuel to the fire by exposing Corey Holcomb for lying about him, you know, with scheduling an interview with Corey's attorney. All right, because that's what the lead attorney was trying to do. Lead attorney exposed him, made him look crazy because Corey was calling him a liar last week. And now everybody's on his head because Corey is blatantly capping and pretending that he's not. And he keeps relying on this black card. It's kind of crazy. I like how these frauds and these predators like to rely on that black card every single time they're on the deceiving end. I want to call it the deceiving end. The deceiving end, the wrong end of the stick. When the ball ain't in their court no more, they automatically jump into I'm a successful black man. They don't want me. They don't want me to win. I'm trying to buy NBC, champ. Yeah, remember they said that about Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby is an actual grapo. Yeah, Bill Cosby is a grapo, right? And they said he trying to buy NBC. He didn't do these things. Well, they got a whole documentary proving he did. Yeah, the guy was sick, man. Listen. Just because you black don't mean you know how to act. Oh, champ, put that on a t-shirt. Let's continue.
You don't have influence over minds. We enjoy the train wreck. That's a fact. One person says, this is exhausting. Corey's loose talk about BS is really over. Corey has severely passed the point of bowing out gracefully. Might as well torch the place. He ain't effed up, LOL, but he on here explaining it every week. Corey is operating as if everybody else is the gesture and he's like the puppet master, when it's the opposite. Like Corey Holcomb, oh, y'all making me famous. Y'all making me famous. That was what he kept repeating during the entire podcast. Not understanding that you're Corey Holcomb. You were supposed to already be famous. You are becoming a locale. You went from being an esteemed member of society who people came to for advice or came to listen to you give opinions. Now they're coming to see you whine and complain. But Corey is operating as if he don't have a pea brain and a low IQ. He's operating as if he's smart. So Corey brings on his lawyer in the beginning of the podcast. Now his lawyer comes on and they attempt to manipulate us and to convince us that Corey Holcomb is not a fraud.
Now look, again, I'm not the biggest Poetik Flakko fan, but I will side with Flakko when it comes to his takes on Corey Holcomb. Because guess what? I'm in 100% agreement with him when it comes to Corey Holcomb. And I believe Corey Holcomb deserves the energy that he's getting. Yeah, if you do harmful things to women, to children, justify it, try to make logic out of it, hide it under the guise of jokes, lie and say that, hey, I'm just a black man being attacked because I'm successful, I think you deserve everything that you get. And I think that it is our duty, especially, you know, as content creators who actually stand for something, to actually put our foot down on necks when it comes to people like this. I'm just gonna be honest about the situation. And people ain't gotta like that, because obviously, Corey has grown a very weirdo fan base over a long period of time. But we just gotta be real about the situation, gang. Listen, if you ain't hit the like button or the like button, you need to do that right away. This is crazy. Let's continue.
So the lead attorney, who's another content creator, he exposed Corey Holcomb for lying on him. The video of the lead attorney exposing Corey Holcomb did 285,000 views, which is why Corey Holcomb felt the need to do a hit piece on the lead attorney.
Everybody know who we talking about. Lead in a nigga law is part of the crew to come at a. Yeah. Y'all was with me the whole time we saw him. Did we do anything to that man?
No.
I thought we showed him love.
Right. Yeah.
Man, this lying like a on the internet. This telling people.
How do we trust a nigga that looked like a black pilgrim? Yeah, you was here after Columbus showed up. You came with Columbus, as a matter of fact. Yeah. You're like a black pilgrim, champ. How do we trust this guy? Who trusted this guy for advice? The nigga look like he about to go pick pumpkins, nigga. Like, let's be for real here. I can't take a nigga serious that looks like he's about to go to a pumpkin patch, champ. I'm just gonna be real, because this looks crazy. Like, he look like he got butternut squash being made in the fridge. Like right now, champ. Yeah. We don't trust you, champ. I never trusted you, champ. I'ma be real. And again, me and others have already seen who you were years ago. We already peeped the type of time you was on. We already peeped some of those comments about kids that you were making, those so-called kitty jokes that really ain't jokes, but might be actual confession. Yeah, we seen all that a long time ago, so we already knew not to trust you. But now I'm glad everyone knows not to trust you now, champ. Right? I'm glad. This is great.
Oh, yeah. So I called Corey's lawyer, and I told Corey's lawyer that Corey said I could talk to you. I'm like, man, what is wrong with this man? Why is this man lying?
Your attorney represents you and you alone. So the only person that can give him permission to talk to me is you. So he says right here, he says, let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you. Well, Corey, what do you think he responds? What do you think he says to me? Let's scroll down and take a look. He says he's gonna check with you, and then a day later, he says, I am cleared to speak with you. That means he checked with you, checked with Corey, and now he's cleared to speak with me. So now, Corey, who is the liar? It's either you or it's either your attorney. This is why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to have to go and show DMs. Your attorney right here in black and white is saying that you gave me permission to talk to him. He can.
Yeah, so lead attorney was on Corey's heels last week. Facts. He was putting boot to Corey's cheeks. Facts. Real talk. And Corey said lead attorney's lying. He provides receipts that Corey's attorney, Corey's lawyer, given permission by Corey Holcomb to do an interview with the lead attorney. The lead attorney provide all the facts, the whole conversation between Corey lawyer. Corey Holcomb continues to say that the lead attorney is a liar. Then he brought up his own attorney on a 5150 show. It's kind of crazy.
Be on my show, I can interview him, and you were the only person that can give him that permission. This is what it says in black and white, but what are you going on your show and saying?
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing, and he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true.
What the lead attorney actually said was he was in contact with Corey's attorney. He might be interviewing him soon because Corey gave the attorney permission to speak to him. And that was facts. So instead of Corey Holcomb coming back and addressing how he got exposed, how him and his team, one of them lied to the lead attorney, either the lawyer lied about getting permission or Corey lied about giving the lawyers permission, Corey Holcomb came on his podcast to dig the hole deeper for himself. Instead of addressing the receipts and the things that matter, Corey Holcomb got straight to personal attacks. But the personal attack wasn't landing how he thought it would land because the fans could see right through it. The fans could see that he was slinging mud everywhere to take our minds off of how he got exposed and to deflect from the actual receipts and the actual conversation.
I said, wow, did people really fall for that? Because this is a liar.
He is trying to say that lead attorney is lying. That doesn't make any sense, bro. We seen the documents. We seen the entire conversation, bro. How in the world did you make up in your mind? Well, you're just not good at lying. Let's just be honest. You're just not a good liar, bro. Like, come on, bro. You're not a good liar. This is crazy.
This man lied, and then I'm not a lawyer, but in court, that conversation he had with the people, I'm talking about leading law. He came back with a presentation of bull for the feeble minds. And I pray for the feeble minds because they fell for that. I'm going to play.
Instead of telling us exactly how the lead attorney was full of bullcrap or what exactly the lead attorney said that was untrue, Corey Holcomb thought he was slick enough to throw mud in front of us and we'll be distracted. So him and his attorney, right, whoever this guy is that he's working with, they did some like elementary school games where they hopped on the phone and they called the state bar of Georgia, I believe, to confirm whether or not the lead attorney is actually licensed. As you listen to this, understand the lead attorney being licensed or not has nothing to do with the fact that he provided receipts showing Corey Holcomb and his attorney lied on the lead attorney, and the lead attorney just simply defended himself. So all this other mess and nonsense is them trying to save face from being exposed as frauds.
Now, they could try to save face, but their face has been exposed already. From the PDF stuff, from this lie, pretending as if you didn't give your attorney permission, unless your attorney's lying about getting permission from you, right? He do the lead attorney thing. He's trying to make it seem like the documents are not real. And apparently, it's clearly real, right? It's clearly happened.
My attorney called about this situation just to check something as thorough people would do. This is just a small chunk of what we have found with this guy right here. This is a farce. But can you play that video when...
Membership, Rachel speaking.
Yes, Rachel. My name is Attorney Derek Dean. I'm an attorney licensed down here in Houston, Texas. And I wanted to refer one of my friends to a divorce attorney in Atlanta, but I wanted to check his membership status first.
Okay, what's the name?
His name is Jameson, Jameson, Corey with a C, and last name Campbell, Campbell.
Okay, Mr. Jameson Campbell is currently on inactive status.
Y'all heard that? First of all, most of you mother didn't even know his mother's name, and you believed in this mother. This won your heart with a nickname.
I have to reiterate, Corey Holcomb is 60 years old. What type of games are you playing? Who cares if he's licensed or not? That has nothing to do with y'all's situation.
It don't. Whether or not he's licensed or not, doesn't matter. The proof is the proof. Regardless of if he's so-called licensed or not. Or his name is his name, doesn't matter. What we saw is what we saw. He asked your lawyer for an interview, and your lawyer said that you cleared him for the interview, and it's all documented. It's all on Instagram. He ain't Photoshop it. It ain't AI. He made you look crazy, and now you look more crazy by denying these things. You know, should he ever have admitted it? I don't know. Should he? Should he have avoided it altogether? Maybe. But digging yourself in a deeper hole is not the best option. It's never the best option. But hey, we talking about Corey Holcomb, man. He's an insane narcissist who is going to bury himself in the end because narcissists never win, unfortunately, champs. Yeah, This guy is literally having a nasty train wreck, and a meltdown is soon upon us, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Hit the like and the hype button. Let's continue.
You got exposed because you lied on the lead attorney. He came back with receipts, and instead of you addressing the receipts he provided on how your attorney told him that you gave the attorney permission to speak to him, you decided you was gonna do these like elementary school tactics. So he brings on his lawyers, and they start to gossip like elementary school girls about, oh, we pulled up to his place and his place was in the ghetto. Like, it was like, bro, this is, and he's doing this thinking he cooking, but whole time his entire chat is just roasting him, destroying him.
See, the thing is that when he reached out to me, I was a little hesitant because his email, or within his email, signature block, there was no legal name, there was no office address, there was no office phone number, there was no office email. He emailed me from a Gmail account. I mean, I was just a little hesitant to deal with this guy because, I didn't know anything about him. I wanted to vet him. I'm a trial lawyer, right? I've closed out 1,088 cases, 50 appeals. My cases have been in law books as binding authority. So I don't just go on popularity. I want to look into this guy and vet him and check him out. And I was hesitant from the beginning, but with him being an African-American lawyer, I'm seeing he has a big following. I'm like, this guy is legit. But because he lacked so many things, I was very hesitant. But ultimately, after he insulted me on his show, I hired my private investigator who I talked to, and he gave me some information. But I also talked to my good friend Durante Partridge, who's an attorney in Atlanta, who stopped by lead attorney's office, and we have pictures of this, only to find that he offices out of a trap house in Atlanta that has birth.
That don't change nothing. That don't change nothing just because he got a trap. He's in a so-called trap house in Atlanta or whatever. Does this change the fact of what happened? It doesn't. I'm trying to steer away from it. Trying to get people to laugh at the lead attorney, trying to make fun of the lead attorney or what have you. However, he did what he did. He provided files, documents. Y'all ain't got that. Y'all don't got nothing. Y'all got jokes, I guess. But nobody's really interested in that, right? So, of course, the chat goes crazy. The chat realizes that he got exposed because honestly ain't nothing landed. And they peep the BS. They see they clearly see through Corey Holcomb and old boy, the lawyer. They clearly see through it. So he's cooked at that point. Ain't nothing he can really do to save himself here. He's trying to, but it just looks worse and worse. Like, this is the worst form of damage control we've ever seen. This isn't good damage control at all. This is nightmare difficulty levels of damage control, meaning ain't nothing you can do to save yourself here at all. At all.
Yeah, it's a trap house. Burglar bars on the front door. It's a commercial mail place. I mean, this guy he's had the whole world fooled, right?
Yeah.
No staff, law trapping. I mean, this guy.
We got a picture of the place. Did you send them a picture of the place?
This a bad look, Corey. No grown man, especially an attorney, should be this happy, this ecstatic, this reactionary to disseminate tea and gossip. Corey Holcomb told this man to get the pictures and look at this man's face right now, bro. This man is beyond ecstatic. Corey Holcomb told that man, hey, yo, you got the pictures? Of course I got the pictures. Of course, Corey. I'm sending to you, Corey. Like, sir, if my attorney is that ecstatic to be seen, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, he clout chasing hard. He clout chasing hard. I'm not gonna lie. This looks crazy. What's going on here, man? Yeah, everybody's looking like, yo, what is this, bro? Like, y'all need to stop this show right now. Like, the show should have stopped, like, right there. I mean, would it have been worse if the show stopped? Yes, it would have been worse if the show stopped, because then it would have been content. Then it would have made Corey look nasty. But Corey already looks nasty, right? Just continuing it just makes it more cringeworthy. So content for the 5150 podcast is gonna get way more cringe and continue to get more cringe as weeks progress, and it's only gonna get worse, and it's only a matter of time before Corey really loses his mind. I ain't gonna lie, because it's gonna get to him, man. Listen, once a narcissist sees reality for what it is, understands the climate of their audience now, and sees what's happening, knowing that their manipulation tactics are no longer intact, no longer working, no longer landing, well, it's only gonna get nasty from there. And we can only expect it to happen in the next show and the next show. If there is a show after the next show, I don't know. We'll find out. Listen, how do y'all feel about this in the comment section, man? How soon are we gonna get that crash out? How soon is that mental breakdown gonna happen? I want y'all to let me know in the comment section. Hit the like if you have not, also the hype button, and we're gonna jump back in.
They did all of this, did this roundabout way, deflected for 30 plus minutes, just to circle back around to admit that the lead attorney was actually telling the truth. That Corey's attorney did tell the lead attorney that he was all clear to speak to him after saying he was gonna ask Corey for permission so he could be in the clear to speak to him.
You remember the part where you said, I'm clear to talk? I'm sure you were telling him, yeah, I'm clear to talk.
Right.
What about it?
I will break that entire story down. So when he reached out to me, I said, hey, I need to speak to Corey first to see if I'm clear to speak about this. I ultimately learned that he had been on your show. You talked to him. You guys were good friends. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's telling me that, hey, I want to support Corey. Oh, I'm clear for that. You're a good guy. You've been on the show, etc., etc. Corey's a very busy man. I'm a very busy man. You have to go through the ranks to get to Corey sometimes. So no, Corey did not clear me to talk to him. But at the same time, this guy's saying that he's a friendly guy, and he's saying he's here to support Corey. And I know what to say on a lawyer's show and what not to say. And anything I'm going to say is just going to help Corey. So I didn't think it was a big deal.
So in other words, the lead attorney was 100% right in telling the truth, and y'all lied. You told the lead attorney, I'm going to get permission from Corey to speak to you. I'll let you know when I'm in the clear. And then you responded back with, I'm in the clear. So you lied.
So the lead attorney ain't lying. He said he was in the clear, so he's confirming the truth. But now, yeah, they confirming the truth, but at the same time, they trying to shame lead attorney and speak down on him, trying to lessen his credibility because they're mad that he exposed the facts. So now they're gonna pretend, oh, he lives in the trap house. Oh, this is his real name. Like, okay, exposing who he is or what have you, I mean, exposing his real life stuff doesn't really do anything to help your case. The people don't really care about all that. He's still gonna have subscribers. You're not gonna deter anybody from the lead attorney because everybody believes the lead attorney for the most part. Maybe the few glazers that you have left may think otherwise because they're pretty much magnetized to your Frank, and that's okay. That is what it is. That's just human nature, unfortunately. But all in all, you look like a complete bozo. You look feminine, and you don't look like the man you claim to be. I mean, men also wouldn't say so-called kitty jokes or make so-called kitty confessions, right? Or put hands on women and justify it and try to normalize the behavior, right? But hey, who am I, right? I'm not perfect, but I ain't no weirdo neither. I ain't gonna lie. Hit the like, man. Let's keep it going.
So you lied, and now you're trying to pivot to quote unquote expose the lead attorney for not being a practicing attorney. Like, I don't know, I don't even know what was the purpose of this. Lead attorney has been told that, like everybody, that once he started YouTube, he stopped taking cases, right? Like, he's a full-time YouTuber now. Like, he don't like practice law like in that sense no more, right? He's not taking new cases or trials. He's a full-time YouTuber. He already admitted this. So I don't even know the purpose of this. It makes no sense. Now, this segment was foreshadowing for how disastrous the rest of the podcast was going to be. After that failed segment, Corey pivots to talk about the pedo accusations for like the third show in a row. Literally, the last 3 shows has been TMZ is after me, pedo accusations, freestyle, show over. So, right in order, all right? TMZ is after me, lead attorney, pedo accusations. So while talking about the pedo accusations yet again, Corey didn't offer anything new. This time around, Corey starts cosplaying as a tough guy. Starts telling people if they run up, oh, there's going to be consequences for them running up. As if we didn't see Anton Daniels chump Corey in real life.
Yo, homie, what you like? 56 or something? Cut it out, homie. Cut it out. Stop it. Yo, listen. A lot of y'all out here who probably ain't really threw hands in God knows when. Y'all don't condition yourselves. Y'all don't work out. Y'all not gonna do nothing. Period. Calm down. You might up that blick. That's the only thing you got. You might have that blick on you. You might be able to up that. Okay. But you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick, gang. I'ma just say, if you ready to up it, you gotta be fast. If you ain't fast, that's your ass. Fast. Word. Cause come on, bro. What is Corey Holcomb gonna do to anyone? Serious question. I'm just asking. A lot of bozos said, oh, you better watch out for Corey. Nigga, I am 31. And I'm very, very well conditioned. I'm in shape. You just don't know it. And I have hands, champ. I got hands. I'ma just say that. That's all you need to know. Come find out if you want that type of smoke. That's on you. I don't recommend it, but hey, do your thing. But this is cornball behavior, nigga. You about to be 60. What you gonna do? Huh? Up it? You gotta be fast when you up it, though. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta be fast, champ.
Saying something is not the same as doing something, but they want to act like I did something, and I tell you, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. In fact, you owe me for even printing that. I'll show you.
Man, where I'm from, you put a jacket on somebody like that without no paperwork, and that man is within his rights to off you.
Hey, look, let me say this, because you said that. Because you put that jacket on me, I'm afraid for my life, because I don't like nobody like that. Period. So if somebody is talking crazy to me in my face about that, I'm afraid for my life, and I will protect myself. So I'm telling you, whoever you are, if you run up talking crazy to me about that, I'm afraid, and I will do what I have to do. That's what I'm saying with that. You not finna do that standing in front of me, because I got something for that.
Oh, champ.
I got something for that. Play with me like that in my face. Try me.
Champ.
Try me. I don't play like that, homie.
Weird.
He got that PDF Blick license. Did you hear that, champ? That Blick made by PDF themselves, and the PDF company up that thing. That is a 38th special PDF he got, champ. Yeah. Oh, champ, he going boom. So is Corey Holcomb gonna catch something, champ? Is he gonna make someone a pack for confronting him for his PDF ways? Hey, big homie CC, he's talking to you. Big homie CC, he talking to you, champ. I ain't gonna lie.
To this tough guy account. Of course you play like that. Anton Daniels told you that you suck D in your face. And when you got up to try to give more face-to-face, he told you, let's go outside and squabble. And you ain't leave your seat, bruh. You almost 60 years old. You don't want to squabble, bruh. You don't want to fight somebody, man. Why are y'all doing what? Podcast, bro, about what boomers podcast. You 60 years old, man. Podcast about AARP or something, man. You podcasting about running up in street fights when we seen your temperament when somebody says suck my. We see the temperament. They tell us every week that they're not bothered, and then they come on a podcast to demonstrate how bothered they are.
Yo, listen, salute to the homie Poetik Flakko. Great video, champ. I'm glad that you're going off on Corey Holcomb, because it's necessary. I ain't gonna lie. I can't side with you on other things that you do, champ, because you do be painting these nasty narratives. But I do like what you're doing with Corey, though. I'll say that, champ. I do like what you're doing with Corey. I'm in full support of this. Can't say for everything else. If I see you do something else that's honorable, I'll jump on it. But other than that, champ, I can't get with the other shenanigans. I'll be honest about the situation, gang. But, gang, how do y'all feel about this in the comment section, dude? You think for 1 second that Corey Holcomb is gonna turn someone into a pack? Is Corey gonna up it on somebody? Listen, champ, I need y'all to let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, man. Turn notification bells on and subscribe to catch all the latest content. Hit the like button, hit the hype button to help the channel in a major way as well. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.